Hello, readers. I am Economy Young.
Welcome. This deep dive is our fast track. For you, the listener, we want to help you cut through the noise and really grab the core insights from the Seoul Economic Daily's front pages.
That's right. And today, wow, we're looking at this incredible global tug of war over capital, aren't we?
We really are.
On one side, you've got Korea rolling out what seems like its toughest real estate measures yet, really aiming to freeze domestic speculation.
Mm.
And then completely the opposite, Hong Kong making this bold, like zero tax play to get back on top as Asia's wealth hub.
And then there's the U.S.-Korea piece, too.
Exactly. High-stakes economic diplomacy, major tech deals brewing, lots to cover.
It's a fascinating snapshot, shows just how fast economic priorities are shifting. If we look at the domestic side first, the real estate stuff, well, this is the third major policy package from the current administration.
Right.
And analysts are saying, basically, the government's used pretty much every non-tax regulatory tool they have in the box now.
So let's unpack this 1015 super measure. It feels less like cooling the market and more like, I don't know, flash freezing the high end.
That's a good way to put it. The scope is huge. All of Seoul is now designated as both a speculation overheated zone and a land transaction permit zone.
All of Seoul. Wow.
Yep. And crucially, it extends out into Gyeonggi province too. 12 key areas. Places like Wakcheon, Gwangmyeon, parts of Seon, Suwon, Anyang, Yongin, Uwang, Hanam.
Okay, so a massive area under these tight rules. What's the immediate impact for someone trying to buy there?
The big one is the 2-year mandatory actual residency rule. Simple as that. You buy a house there, you must live in it for 2 years.
So that kills off the quick flip speculation right away.
Mm.
No buying just to hold it empty.
Exactly. But the real shockwave, as you mentioned, is the loan restriction. The headline saying cash buyers only for expensive homes. Is that fair?
Yeah, is it really that extreme?
Unfortunately, yes. It's a direct result of slashing the housing collateral loan limits the Judam Day. Okay, so for homes between 1.5 and 2.5 billion Korean won, the max loan drops from 600 million won way down to 400 million.
That's already a big hit.
But here's the freeze. For homes over 2.5 billion won, that's what, roughly 1.8 million US dollars, the loan limit is cut, brutally cut, to just 200 million won.
Wait, hold on. So if I want to buy a 3 billion won house, I can only borrow 200 million.
That's it.
Meaning I need 2.8 billion won in cash, just lying around.
Exactly. That essentially locks out anyone who isn't sitting on enormous liquid assets. It's not just dampening demand, it's freezing liquidity at the top.
That sends a very clear message.
It does. And they're not stopping there. They're also, tightening the screws on the debt repayment ratios, the stress rate for calculating the DSR debt service ratio that's doubled from 1.5% to 3% in these regulated areas.
Okay, maybe break that down a bit. DSR is how much your income goes to all your debt payments, right? So doubling the stress rate means...
It means the bank will lend you significantly less, even if your income technically meets the old standard. It's like an invisible loan cut. Very effective.
Right.
And here's something else showing how thorough they're being. DSR rules now apply to Jeonsi loans too, specifically for single homeowners who are becoming tenants in these regulated areas.
The Jeonsi system, that unique Korean deposit system instead of monthly rent. So if you borrow that huge deposit sum, how does DSR fit in?
They're applying the DSR check to the interest payments on that Jeonsi loan. So even non-traditional financing is getting squeezed. Combine that with the loan-to-value, the LTV, dropping from 70% down to 40% in these zones.
Okay.
The message is crystal clear. Housing stability is the absolute priority, even if it slams the brakes on the market for buyers.
That focus on, well, controlling capital flow domestically is such a stark contrast when we look at Hong Kong, isn't it?
Oh, completely. Night and day. While Korea's building fences, Hong Kong's basically tearing down all the tax barriers to pull global wealth back in.
They're really pushing to be the top Asia family office hub again after, the zero COVID issues and maybe some nervousness about mainland influence pushed money elsewhere, like Singapore.
Exactly. And it seems to be working, at least according to the numbers.
Yeah. What are they seeing?
Well, the Hong Kong SFC reports that private banking and asset management AUM assets under management jumped 15% last year, reached 10.4 trillion Hong Kong dollars. That's huge. Around 1,917 trillion Korean won. The super rich seem to be coming back.
And the core reason, this incredible zero tax offer, what exactly are they putting on the table?
It's remarkably straightforward and appealing. 0% inheritance tax, 0% dividend income tax, 0% interest income tax, and 0% capital gains tax.
Wow. Zero across the board on the big ones.
If you're managing generational wealth, how can you resist that? Compare it to Korea's top inheritance rate of 50%. You can see why global capital might prefer Hong Kong.
No kidding. It explains the flow perfectly.
And on top of that, they're offering corporate tax exemption for single-family offices, SFOs, if they meet criteria like having over 240 million Hong Kong dollars in assets under management.
So the structure itself becomes tax-free for reinvestment. And there are a lot of these SFOs already there.
Over 2,700 operating right now. And Hong Kong's also making it easier to set up compared to, say, Singapore.
How so? Faster processing.
Much faster. Singapore can take, what, a year and a half for pre-approval before the tax benefits kick in? Hong Kong lets you get those benefits pretty much immediately, assuming you don't need specific licenses.
So, speed, simplicity, and zero tax. A powerful combo.
And residency. They've tweaked the Capital Investment Entrance Scheme, the CIEs. The investment threshold is still high, 30 million Hong Kong dollars, but they cut the minimum time you have to keep the investment parked there from 2 years down to just 6 months.
Makes getting residency for the family much quicker.
Which is a big deal for actual relocation.
So the super rich are weighing the, let's say, political risks of Hong Kong's integration with China against these undeniable, massive financial upsides.
And right now, it looks like the financial reward is winning out for many.
Okay, shifting gears again. While all this is happening, there's major economic diplomacy playing out in the U.S. We've got top Korean government officials and the heads of the biggest conglomerates, the chaebols, all over there.
It really is a full-court press. You've got Policy Chief Kim Young-bum, Industry Minister Kim Jong-kwan, Deputy PM Koo Yoon-kil. They're there specifically for follow-up talks on U.S.-Korea trade and, importantly, tariffs.
And how are those talks going? Sounds like there might be some positive movement.
Yeah, sources are indicating real progress. Chief Kim mentioned a meaningful reaction from the U.S. side to Korea's revised proposals, and the U.S. Treasury Secretary apparently said negotiations are nearing the final stage, talking about resolving detailed content.
Detailed content usually means they're past the major roadblocks, right? Down to the specifics.
That's generally the interpretation, yes. Technical points, not fundamental disagreements anymore.
And while the officials handle tariffs, you have the titans of industry, Lee Jae-young from Samsung, Choi Tae-won from SK, Chung Wee-sun from Hyundai, Koo Kwang-mo from LG, also the U.S. They were invited by SoftBank's son, Masayoshi. What's the goal there?
Well, it serves a couple of purposes. First, their presence adds weight, kind of background support to the ongoing trade talks, but maybe more strategically important long-term. They're there to discuss the Stargate project.
Stargate? Sounds ambitious.
It is. It's SoftBank's huge AI infrastructure initiative. They're working with OpenAI and Oracle on it. Having the leaders of Korea's top tech giants there signals a very strong interest in collaborating, maybe securing a key role in building out this global AI backbone.
Right, bringing together semiconductors, batteries, cars, electronics. And they're meeting at an investment event at Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's place. That definitely highlights the political and industrial convergence.
Absolutely. It shows Korea is focused on securing its place in the global tech supply chain, adapting to the reality that these kinds of technology partnerships are becoming just as crucial, if not more so, than traditional trade deals for long-term economic security.
Okay, one last crucial piece before we wrap up. An urgent diplomatic situation closer to home. Getting Korean nationals detained in Cambodia back to Korea. Sounds serious.
It is. This involves suspected scam operations. National Security Chief Wee Sung-rak confirmed the government's pushing hard for the swift repatriation Songwon of over 60 Koreans currently detained. They're hoping to get it done possibly by the end of this weekend.
60 detained, and the total suspected involvement is much higher.
Estimates are close to 1,000 Koreans possibly involved in these Cambodian scam networks, so getting the detained individuals back quickly allows for judicial processes here in Korea.
And it's clearly a high priority, even with everything else going on.
Definitely. They've set up a joint Korea-Cambodia task force, 20 Cambodian members, 4 Koreans specifically, to crack down on these crimes. And they've issued immediate travel bans for certain high-risk areas in Cambodia like Bokor Mountain, Bavay, and Poi Phet, trying to stop more people getting caught up in this.
Until now, we have covered the topics of real estate regulation, Hong Kong's zero-tax strategy, U.S.-Korea diplomacy, and the urgent Cambodia repatriation.
Next time, we will find you with quick news updates.
This has been Economy Young of the Seoul Economic Daily. Thank you.